All right, so this is what I have all pulled up of the pieces that I've gathered from you. So I just, for a start, want to know which pieces are supposed to be added, or are they all supposed to be added to the nonprofit space? So this is the outline for the actual courses you're going to walk through. This one is one you want included.
Yes.
This one is one you want included.
Those are just that list. We don't really need the whole shebang, just the list.
Right. She'll take this and like condense the writing and things like that. Perfect. Absolutely. Okay, and then this is the proper series of steps.
Yes.
Okay. Does this belong anywhere?
Yeah, this is the funding your faith. So I was going to put this, I was going to do a whole, I wanted to do a module about this because there's so many churches that we have that ask how they get funded. But I think I want to teach this more so than just post it, because but unless you can do something with it and make it make sense like that, I don't think it makes sense like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. And nobody does except you also at the same time. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, it does. That sucks. Because like I don't know how my brain doesn't work like that. I want to break it down for them so that they have it and they can just click on it and be like, cool, this is for churches and religious. Like, cool. But then it's like, and then like I don't know the material well enough to sit there and answer questions either. If they're like just asking questions, like I have to go in the rhythm of how I have it outlined, or else I don't remember what it's supposed to be, you know? So the new information pushes that information out as it comes in. So it's like,
okay. So that's why you want this not really changed.
Right. Okay. Well, like I like if you go down to actual just that not the outline, but the actual like teachings of it, because I have the teachings of it and I put it on the slides in there. That comes out really, and I have a whole slide deck that goes with this too.
Let me think on that one for a little bit.
It was a paid course, but I mean I don't care right now adding it, but that was my paid course, so like I have it really built out pretty good. So that's the workbooks, day 2.
Oh yeah, it looks all great, right?
Yep. And it explains everything right there. So like I go off my own slides when I'm showing slides.
Okay. This one she would probably just link in as a document then.
Okay. Yeah, and then I would remove the discussion outline because why do they need that? They don't really have the whole
discussion outline. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? This is my brain building it out in real time, pretty much is what you're seeing.
And this whole thing, so you don't really want this linked in then, or just
no, it's fine. I would just take out the discussion outline, yeah.
So from here
to the bottom, to where it says workbook. Oh my God, workbook. There you go, right there. That's
so
it.
This would be where you wanted it to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's still an outline too. Where does it start? Like actual real, whatever.
I mean, I don't see why this is bad though, Megan, because this just walks them through what you're going to talk about.
Okay.
It's like a table of contents.
That's true.
I mean, you could even change it to that if you don't like this discussion outline. You could say table of contents or discussion contents daily.
Or just say expected discussions on day 1, expected discussions on day 2.
However you wanted to do it, right? But like, I don't think it's bad, but that's up to you. Absolutely, right? Okay, so yeah, so just as a document then. Okay, and so now for us, let's look at your list.
I have my grant stuff that I want to get in there as well, but I don't know how to put that into the nonprofit space without it just turning to grants. Like it's not really, once you have your nonprofit set up though, there was nowhere to go else but grants and then leadership. So
yeah, no, I think we'll find a place for all of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was hoping
this is going to be like a year-long process probably.
And I'm good with that because I like it. I like how we're building out slow, but like still fast.
Yeah,
it's slow enough that we can get caught up and like understand it, but it's not fast enough that people are getting like overwhelmed. That people are seeing it happening and like getting it going, and that people are liking it a lot too. I've gotten really good feedback. I don't know about everybody.
I have as well. Excellent. Okay.
Everybody's like, oh, it's so much easier. It's so much better now. I'm like, yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's better for me now. Like I can find things, so I'm like, okay, now I can actually help you guys.
Okay, so first of all, on my side, I'm guessing you want me to set up a PO box.
Do you not have one?
No.
So and you can, you want to make, okay, so when you're also setting up your PO box, you want to make sure that you're setting it up look at the address that you're getting before you agree to it. Look at the addresses, and you don't want anything that's like at a U-Haul building or an actual PO box building. You want to have a street address with like a suite number, and it wants to look like an office building, so people aren't like, oh, that's a postal box, because sam.gov will ding you for that. They will not let you get a cage
So how
code
do I
number.
do all of that then?
You just have to like when you go in, they'll give you a list of like possible addresses for yourself. It just check each one until you find one that is an actual building.
From the PO box setup,
Yeah, like if you go to like, Anytime Mailbox or Regency, all those
anytime mailbox,
mhm. There's a whole
and
bunch of them.
Regency were the
Yeah,
two options.
those ones are like more like a office space leasing as well as they do mail. There's sometimes a little bit more expensive, but sometimes you can find really good deals in rural areas. So
And so anytime mailbox and Regency?
yeah, and there's another one I can't think of the name of it. Oh, mail. Hold on, I'll look it up because I don't remember. Boo, boo, boo.
So then we need to include this information into this checklist, really.
Yes.
Okay,
And if I
let's
could,
do
I'd
that.
love to put affiliate links in there. Just saying.
Okay, so anytime mailbox.
Oh yeah, it's iPostal. That's the other one.
Say it again.
iPostal.
All right, so anytime mailbox, just like this, right? Anytimemailbox.com.
Yeah. Yep.
And
And then the thing about these that's really cool about it is that you get they can scan your mail for you, so you really never have to go actually pick up your mail. They can just scan it to you and send you the scans, so you have your mail unless it's like a credit card or something, and then obviously, but like most things you don't need to go and grab it, so it's cool. Regency. Yeah, iPostal is pretty cool too.
from USPS Regency.
Mm, Maybe I'm looking it up right now, but no, yeah, Regency Virtual Office it's called. Oh,
Regency.
Regis, my bad. Regus.
Okay.
That's it.
Regis.com.
Yeah.
Virtual address. Okay.
Mhm.
And then iPostal.
Yeah.
iPostal 1 or just iPostal?
I posted one.
Okay.
That's it. See how it lets you view locations and stuff like that? That's what you want to do ahead of time.
So this is exactly the kind of meeting that I was hoping that we would have. This is so beautiful right now.
Oh, good. I love it.
This is helping you, helping us, helping me. This is a win-win-win, literally. And that was my whole hope for what this is, right? Okay, so it doesn't look like that has a thing, so we'll just call that number one, no, digital mailbox service worldwide. Digital mailbox service worldwide. All right. I do have my website domain purchase. That's where my Mighty Networks is at. And I have one for my
But
content.
but most people probably don't. So I have a really good resource for this that builds out websites really fast.
Mm.
Um, it's called Tyler.gov. I mean Tyler.com. Have you seen this?
Tyler.com.
Yeah. Yep.
Alrighty.
And then you pair this with Hostinger. You enter your business description and you pick a template and it just fills it out for you.
Pair this with
Um,
Hostinger.
uh, yeah, Hostinger or Wix or WordPress. They build you a WordPress site and you just copy paste. It's one of the easiest things I've ever done, and I don't understand how to do it. And it made me feel like I did. It made me feel smart.
Tyler with Hostinger or
WordPress. It's a WordPress site hosted on Hostinger. So you can use other things, but Hostinger I found was the cheapest.
Hostinger or WordPress or
Yeah.
Tyler or WordPress?
No. So WordPress is the kind of website you're going to have, and
I
it's
have
host
one on WordPress. My original business, ClickJaw, I have one there.
right. So it could be hosted on like GoDaddy or Hostinger. Those are all hosting sites, and the Hostinger is the cheapest usually. Yeah, I
And
think
then
it is.
Tyler is what?
Where you can copy paste everything.
What does that mean? I don't understand.
Okay, so like, go back to Tyler real fast. I'll show you. So like you can put in your business description, like 3,000 words or characters, I mean, and put it in a short description, and then see how it says the templates. Does it show you all the different templates and stuff? Or is that the whole screen? Okay, so go to modify templates. Yeah, there. You can choose any one of these templates, and it will just fill these out and make it your website with pictures and everything that relate to what you're putting into that description.
Okay.
So it builds out these pages, and then you can actually build out the pages of that website. So and then you just literally copy. It has a little copy button at the bottom. It says copy, and you just copy it and paste it.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay.
I like it. It made my life easier.
Absolutely. Okay. So purchase your website. That would be the Hostinger.
Ooh, what was that? How'd you do that? That was so cool.
Which part? Clipboard?
Oh, is that what that was?
This?
Yeah.
You hit Windows key with V.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit jealous. I didn't know that this whole time. Okay. I've been doing it the hard way, Sabrina.
Oh, I did for years. Yeah.
Wow.
See if it'll give me a little happy thing. It gives me a little happy thing. I love it when they do that. Okay. Now the other, you have WordPress. GoDaddy is another one. I actually like Squarespace.
10 web to, what is it, Square?
Squarespace is my personal favorite. Have you used Squarespace?
Yep.
You don't
Yep.
really like it as well?
I didn't have a good luck with it, no. No, but I when I first started, I used all these AI website designer things, and they all sucked really bad. And now they've gotten so good. Like 10 web got so much better. It was like blew my mind. But at first they when they all first came out, they sucked, and like I was trying to use that, and so I was trying to copy what I had on those to the actual real stuff, and it just was not translating over, and I was just like, I don't understand, and so I got pissed off and just stopped. I didn't have a website
It's
for
really easy to use as it is, so it might not have had the framework to accept like a paste process.
right. I think that was my issue. So, but I mean, I like the nowadays. If you look at those, they've come out a long way.
I'm sure everything seems to be just leaps and bounds.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then also make sure we put in there the 48 for 48 and 48, because that's a grant that they can get right out the gate, and that will help them have their website. I hope you have your website too. So like once you have your thing back, your 1020, your designation letter from the IRS, you'll be able to take that and then show 48 and 48 that, and they have not ever denied anybody. So
48and48.org.
yep. It's a free website build, and they'll build, if you answer all their questions, they will build you this beautiful website.
Okay.
And I mean, I've never seen anybody get denied. So as long as you have your designation letter, you're good to go.
So let's put that at the top then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it kind of, you kind of need something in between time. That's why like an AI, something that's going to do it really fast for you and just not spend a lot of time on that, because it's not going to be important in a little bit,
So, but get it started there and use one of these options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like once you get, because you have to still wait for your designation letter. We're doing all this prior to getting our designation letter. So it's kind of relevant, but it's not, it's just something they need to hold in their mind.
Okay. 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 So we'll have to come back to that. You always leave these branching thoughts that I want to tie back to what the heck you mean, but no, let's follow through with what we've got going on here. Okay, let me just change this really quick.
Focusing.
You're doing great, babe. Okay. Now that is that. All right, now, so that's a pretty good thing there. Professional email address, Google Workspace. So let's just include that. I do have Google Workspace and my email.
Okay, but the reasoning behind the Google Workspace is because you cannot get your Google ad grants until you get a Google Workspace. So if you're not familiar with Google Workspace, now is the time to get familiar, you know? So, and then that's because you can get the Google ad grants, but you have to be in a workspace to do that. And it has to be a nonprofit workspace to do that. So it's like, if you're setting it up all right from the start, you don't have to worry about it later. Wow, that's really long.
Let's fix that, shall we? What about nonprofit? It says business.
Yeah, you want to go to the nonprofit. So you're going to need to go to TechSoup to get to the nonprofit part of that. So that's a whole nother session. So
okay,
now just open up the
workspace, Google. Oh, that's how much. Okay, you just blew my mind, and I don't even know what you said. Okay, Google nonprofit workspace.
It's gonna make you go to it's gonna make you go to TechSoup usually.
Okay, first, unlock your phone. If you update your lock screen settings, yes, nonprofit workspace is definitely a thing. And it's a fantastic resource for many organizations. Nonprofit workspace is generally referred to.
I don't know. It's your phone. That's excellent.
Okay, let's click it so we don't get one of those wonky links again. Okay.
Okay, Google for nonprofit websites. Wait, where'd you go?
I don't know, but it's right here on the stock. Do you have access to the stock, right? You should.
Yeah, no. But if you go back one, that's what you need, that little blue link.
This?
Yeah, Google for a nonprofit website. You go there first. Yep, there you go.
I need this. I wonder if I did.
Right there.
I probably need it all. Okay. I just want to see if I take the question mark part out, if it will still work. Okay. I hate the excess in the links, you know? It just drives me up.
And well, especially because it messes up all your spacing. It's like, come on, man. We're doing something here.
Oops, wrong one. Now let's do this.
Those are both right, though.
No, I know. I just feel like they're secondary. So let's do this. Does that make sense or no?
Yeah. No, it looks weird like that. It's too long. But it looks fine the other way.
Okay. Okay. And then let's put, what do you think of putting my information that I have about, oh God, let me think. It's easier for me to think over here. Let's see. Workspace. The How to Work Google Workspace series.
What a freaking great idea.
Oh, what did you do? I did the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Okay. And so then that's pretty solid there. Now, e-voice obviously is what we need for this one, and I don't have that. So and I can make it just come to my phone, right?
Yeah, and you can also just use a Google number. Like inside the Google Workspace, you can use the Google whatever it's called. I think it's phone or whatever. You can use that too. So you can get a phone number through that. But sometimes it's paid for like 800 numbers if that's what you want to do. I've also used thephone.org. I think that's what it's called.
Okay. Let's just make sure that's not sound crazy. It probably is. Big ol' one. Let's get this instead. And then let's look up. Oh, come on, you silly thing. Okay, eVoice virtual phone system. Okay. Oh,
It's called Google Voice. Google Voice.
okay, awesome. That's what I was trying to think in my head what to look up. Okay, Google Voice. Let's put that as the more recognized, or is it the more expensive option, did you say?
No, it's actually free because it comes with your Google Workspace. Unless you want an 800 number, that's the only thing you pay for, I think. Toll free. Oh, I like it.
All right. Register your nonprofit with the Secretary of State.
You can't do that till after you get your 10
right, right. Understood. But let's see if we can find a listing of secretary.
Oh yeah, I do have that. Hold on, I have that.
Okay.
It's right here. It's called Foundation Directory, or hold on, it's right here.
I have Secretary of State, Secretary of State Information and Resource Directory. Oh, okay. Secretaries of State, U.S. Department of State documents.
Okay.
Let's check that one out. Oh, no. Okay. Let's say Secretary of State list. Let me try that. And if you find yours, of course, that's absolutely perfect. Secretary of State. Listing of state.
On my other phone.
I don't know how to say that better. Okay.
Small business. Here's the audit stuff. Okay, so there's something called state law nonprofit audit requirements. It's under the National Council of Nonprofits. It has all the Secretary of State legal stuff. So when you, it says to require a charitable to register with the state in order to fundraise from that state, and it shows you. Do you need my password? Okay, so you go to running a nonprofit, and then you go to it's under administration and financial management. Here. I'm gonna send it to you.
Find your state's contact.
Yeah, no, you don't do that because that's for that actual now. Okay, so it says, let me show you the link.
Okay.
Where's it? Let me see my link. Let me have my link. So rude. All right, so I went to running nonprofit audit guide. That's what it's called. So if you want to look that in the search area, nonprofit audit guide.
Nonprofit audit guide.
There you go. Right there, state law requirements. Because sometimes people they are supposed to have like an independent audit ahead of time. Wait, something you just passed. I think there's a where it says registration, charitable registration for states. Many states require this. Yeah, there you go. It should have a list. Well, mine has it listed. That's weird.
List of state charities.
Yeah. That might not be it. Mine had a list on that same page. It's like right underneath all that, there's a list. No, that's right. That's it.
Okay. Some of them are Secretary of State, and some of them are a
Yep.
little bit
And
different.
like, let me see California's. I'll tell you if it's correct or not. Secretary of State, and then it should be Attorney General. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Department of
because
Justice is California. Yeah, no, Department of Justice is for ours. We have to do ours there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Holy crap, Skittles. That place had a ton of information in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I forgot we're recording this.
I'm like, yeah, it has that. I have so much information. That's why when I get frustrated with not knowing something, because I know that I know it, but it's like there's just so much all the time that I don't know how to catalog it in my brain correctly to then pull it away and put it out somewhere.
And that's what
This is
getting
for.
even my materials ready for Julia is helping me to do in my own materials and my own head. It's really neat, right?
Well, this right here is better for me because like it's giving me clarity on like, okay, actually, wait, you don't do that step yet. You have to do this for, you know.
Okay, then we'll do the EIN information for everyone because that's important, so of course.
Well, okay, so you still need to do your trademark. I mean, you want to look up your trademark and you want to Google your business name first or your nonprofit name. Make
Okay,
sure that
so
it's not.
say what you want it to say.
I want to say, make sure you're go to the, what is it called? The PT, the patents and trademark. You know what I'm talking about, right? PTO, what is it it's called for the, hold on, I'll look it up. Patent, trademark, patent, the search, patent and trademark.
Okay.
Trademark search. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It is the USP and PTO. That's what it's called. And you want to just do a trademark search, make sure that it's not trademarked, and then you want to go do a Google search after that and see what's being.
Okay, wait. Visit the patent and trade something. We'll finish that one. Tab. Okay. V. Tab. V. Okay. To check for availability.
Yeah, check, make sure that nobody else is already using that name or something so similar that you're not going to be able to differentiate yourselves. That really sucks when you build a whole thing around something that you can't use.
And we have this. All right, and then you said another thing.
Yeah, then you want to Google it, like just go to straight Google and Google your proposed name, the one that you want, and see what comes up. And so like I just did this with a client and he Googled his cleaning for a cause, and cleaning for a cause didn't come up, but cleaning for a reason came up, and it came up with such bad reviews that it kind of threw everything off, and you couldn't get cleaning with a cause to come up ever. So it's like you want to make sure that you're not in one of those situations, because that made us, totally turn to another whole name, because he didn't want to have that kind of have to deal with that SEO and having to go through all that. So it's like that is a really
I do have a little bit of an issue like that, and I chose not to do anything about it because I love my name. But if you just search collectively Rewilding, now I have a presence, so it's getting better. But there's this other entity that is collective Rewilding. There's a whole bunch of plays, but so mine is starting to come up at the top though, but I think that's probably because of my own algorithms in that light. Mine was there before any of those others. The collective Rewilding, that was a problem, but they're doing something in a lab. So it was completely opposite of what I'm doing, and it's faded away pretty quickly. So I completely respect doing that.
Yeah, and definitely just keep your SEO, like make sure you're paying attention to SEO whenever you put out anything that's like a press release or anything like that. Make sure whatever you're doing, SEO is going to be your friend, because I'll always make you rank higher than them.
What is SEO?
Search engine optimization.
Search.
So you have more search friendly keywords linked in with everything you're writing. So like even your homepage should have SEO in it.
Okay, so that's a whole nother lesson.
It's a whole other section, yeah.
Okay, so lesson about SEO.
Yep. I'm so proud of myself for remembering what it stands for. Listen, It's been a long day.
But we're not going to add that to this list? Or
I
we
mean,
are?
I would just so that you like
And
you
is that
get.
before the EIN?
Yep.
Okay, so say what
That's
you
actually
want to
all of
say.
this. I just realized that all of this is before even doing your Secretary of State, because you don't want to register with your Secretary of State until you know your name.
Okay, so we'll reorganize that, but let's get your steps in. So this, how do you want to say this SEO?
It just write capital SEO. That's.
Well, I mean, but we're telling them, so it's a checklist.
Oh. Okay, so you want to rank, just say to rank highest amongst your competition. Make sure your output for your text on your front page or whatever, I'm not sure how you want to say that your output is
Highest amongst your competition. Say it again.
If you want to rank highest amongst your competition, make sure your output on your homepage is SEO friendly, full of keywords.
Output of your SEO, or say
Output of your content, like whatever you're putting out. So like, yeah,
contains your SEO.
is SEO friendly.
SC or SE?
SE, search engine optimization.
Okay, SEO friendly. Search engine optimization.
Yep. But bam. That was like proofing, what is it called? Case in point. There you go.
This is Google for Developers. Does that look good?
I wouldn't go to that. That looks like a lot of work.
To what?
To like figure out what
for people that don't understand what it is, though.
But that just the top, like, right, you can go to like there's much easier, like the keyword ranking site. Ask the public. Is it my the one I go to? Is that what the one I go to? Yeah, Ask the Public. So that's the keyword ranking site, and so you just start finding the
Answer the
highest,
public.
Answer the Public. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. Answer, ask, whatever. Same differences. But you can go there and you can just do you just use the free version, and you can ask it. You can do whatever, like Google, and then you just say, okay, I want to know what the like the public questions are going to be, and it just helps you find what like the topics that are being spoken about. So like those ones are ranking high right now in Google. So then you just kind of go, and you can type in your idea or typing your text, and then it'll tell you what little words you can make changes to make it rank highest.
That makes sense.
So it's a tool. Where's the other one? SEMrush is the other one that I use.
SEMrush?
No, it's SEMRUSH.
SEMR. SEMrush.
Yeah.
This one. Okay, now you want this above register your nonprofit.
Right.
That's where you want it. After getting your business phone number, those are where those pieces should go. Is that right?
Yeah. But I'm thinking like I feel like we should do that first before you do anything, because if you're going to change your name, then you have to change your name on all the things we just did. So.
Okay.
So my bad.
No, this is what we're doing. That's what needs to be done, right? Okay. And so now we're down here, right? We're ready to go forward to putting the information for the EIN.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you get you're registered with your state, either your Secretary of State. So that the registration that we did on that is what you, when you have your 1023 or when you have your designation, your IRS designation letter, then you go and register with the state. But first and foremost, you have to go and register as a business with your Secretary of State. So that's different than registering it with your charitable. Sorry.
So I don't know exactly where you would want to put that.
Okay, so that goes, okay, so it goes EIN. I mean, it goes registering with your state, not the one we have over here, but like the
different register of state,
yes,
right? So
the
above
Secretary
that
of
one,
State.
after your phone system. Register as a business.
Yes, with your Secretary of State. Yeah, that business.
As a for-profit business?
No, as a nonprofit. It gives you an option.
Not with your Secretary of State, but with your state.
No, with the Secretary of State. So if you're registering a business, and nonprofit is a type of business.
But what do we have here? Register nonprofit with the Secretary of State.
That should be register your nonprofit with the charitable whatever it is in your state, because it's different for every state. That's what.
With the charitable office of your state?
What is it called? There's a word for it. Charitable.
Well, we'll go with charitable office for the moment. Then register as a nonprofit with the Secretary of your state.
Yes.
Okay. Now I have to find a list of that.
It is called state by state nonprofit agencies and associations. That
State
is
by state.
I'm gonna put it in the, I'll put it in the whatchamacallit for you. The chat.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah. Because this is for compliance.
Great, thank you.
So like if you look up the Californias, you get your charity information, and it's like the Office of Attorney General's Register of Charitable Trusts, and that's where you register after you have your 1023 easy form filled out. The first thing you do is the Secretary of State, though, which is business programs. So
this is what you want it to say.
Yeah, it goes Secretary of State, and then once you get your form back after you've done your pay.gov, applied for your nonprofit, and get the designation letter back. Then you take that designation letter, then you go in, because you're a charitable trust then. So then you go to the registry, and that's when you register it with the state again. But it's very, very, it's a lot. It's a lot.
That's going to be a whole nother lesson in and of itself, right? Each of these steps to some degree could be a lesson. We would need to do that a little bit differently, because I've done many of these things, but we can walk through this visually, each piece. But this is the step of getting the whole step-by-step together, and that is amazingly important, right? So this is great. Okay, so now are we ready for the EIN, or do we need to?
Let me see where we're at. Okay, so we're at
let's go through the whole thing, right? Just to make sure you're ready. So patent and trade.
Yep.
Google, SEO, business address, website domain, professional email address with the Google Workspace, all that good stuff, business phone number, registering as a nonprofit with the Secretary of State.
Yes.
Registering your nonprofit with the charitable office, and you're looking for another word here, so we'll put that in red.
No, but that's going to be later. Then now we're going to our EIN and the pay.gov, and then you do the register with the charitable office that's of your state. Okay,
so this is in the wrong spot.
Yeah, that's pretty much last, because you have to wait for your designation letter to do it. Sorry. Okay,
so after
this. Did you delete it?
No.
Oh. Okay. It was like magic. Okay. Yeah, now you're gonna go get your EIN though after the Secretary of State. And you can only do that for between certain hours at certain times. So people need to remember.
Is this the right one for small business, even for nonprofit?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, totally. I do have an EIN, so I'm not worried about that for myself, but we can definitely, again, walk people through that process.
Yeah, and let them know that there's a time, it's only open for a certain amount of time. Because that always screws everybody up. Everybody who likes to work late at night and then they get down there, that's the only thing stopping them from doing everything else. It sucks so much. You're like,
okay, so create a website landing page. Do we need that, or is that up here?
That goes up there.
So put this information up there. So like maybe even just within the, like maybe like this.
Yeah, where it says create our own website domain, obviously create your webpage then too.
So create a web. Is that all right? Do you like? Does that work?
Yep.
Okay. And so this is the complete list.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. And then we know we have to do pay.gov.
After the register or before?
Before we register with your state.
Before the charitable office part.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I want to make sure that I am understanding you. Okay. So what do I say here?
That you are okay. Now it's time to actually register your nonprofit with the government, with the IRS, and that website is pay.gov. And this is where you're gonna. I've never had to do the long form. I've always done the 1023 easy because it's for organizations with $50,000 or less in their budget. And if you haven't even started yet, I can guarantee you're $50,000 or less.
Okay, so what was the website again?
Pay.gov.
And then
Scroll down. No. Go up.
Okay.
Just go down.
This
Apply
one?
for your there you go. Right there.
Perfect. Okay. Fantastic, my lady. Now I can ask Julia to put this into your space for us as well. Because it's just ready to hand over to her, right?
And if you want to put the walkthrough on that too, then they have the slides of the walkthrough of the 1023 easy form too. Is that possible?
Piece?
The nonprofit. No, it's like a slide deck. Remember, I can get to you right here. No.
Those are the pieces that I have up.
Yeah, no, it's in Canva. Do you have access to my Canva, right?
I do. I don't have a Canva anymore, but I have access to yours if it still works like that.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't kick you off at all. I like having you in my Canva because like when I need something that is my brain blows up on, I can, Sabrina, help me.
So this is going to be in an email?
No, it's
You want me just to go into Canva? Wait, how are you going to send me?
I was just going to do it. Have you go into Canva? I can do it myself. I'm sorry. I'm being lazy. I'll start doing my beats over here. Okay. It's right here. It's really fast and on top. So I'm just going to just,
put it in the chat.
Okay. To do copy link. Okay, and I'm gonna start and share. Right? Yeah. Okay, so copy link. All right, so there's this one. The one you have is the outdated version one, but putting that there, and then you have this one, which is right here and here. No, perfect. Start. Okay, and this is this one. How do I? Oh, copy link, paste, go. There you go.
But we don't know how to share these.
But this is share. I mean, you can just download this to a PDF or to a PTT or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Right. If you hit share, to download, and then you can now you can download it.
Okay. And it's already on this, right? So
yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Now I can share with Julia. Wonderful.
I have my nonprofit templates too. Do you want that too?
Anything that you want out there with it, right? And then I'm just going to keep all this stuff up in this window of tabs so that we can access it readily, so that it's right there, so that your brain can touch on anything that it wants to touch on, right? And I can pull it up for you so that we can move forward in that moment.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm gonna keep this. I have to rework this. I thought it was ready to go. It's not. It's definitely not.
Not a problem.
All right. So I will get that
That's
ready.
amazing, right? So I'll share these with Julia, the downloads that I did, and then let her know that that's whatever she can do with that. But this is ready to go now. She doesn't have to do anything other than gussy it up. It's ready. Boom. Step by step.
That's so cool.
It's beautiful, Megan. It's wonderful. Way to go, lady.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so hold on, I'm going to give you one more piece of the, because like this is my intro that I always give everybody, but I mean, we could dumb it down, I guess, and not dumb it down, but like shrink it down, because here, this is like
Summarize, not necessarily.
Yeah, summarize that part. How do I just share this one page? I don't want to share the whole, I mean, I can share the whole thing, but you're not gonna like it. It's very long. So okay, let me just get the one page. No, download these 2 pages, not in picture form. Your standard. Okay, so I want this, and we want 1 page is this. Okay, pages.
I think at this point we're good for this part of the lesson, though, right? Because I think,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to stop our recording on my side.